here that day and rode in it. What am I doing here?
The time is 4:30 p.m. The Pelican Rapids City Council meeting on 28 January 2025 is called to order. I'd ask those in our council chambers, if you have not signed in, there's a clipboard by the back door. If you'd please do so before you leave, and also ask everybody to put their phones on vibrate. Also, this evening, there's a scheduled public hearing was scheduled for 4:30, but it'll be a few minutes after 4:30 when we get to that. So that's also on our agenda this evening. Roll call of members. Danielle?
Councilmember Steve Strand.
Here.
Councilmember Shelley Gumringer.
Here.
Councilmember Kurt Markgraf.
Here.
Councilmember Don Perrin.
Here.
And Mayor Brent Frazier.
Here, I want to welcome every one of you here in the council chambers this afternoon, also those joining us by Zoom. Remember, our city council meetings are on the Pelican Rapids YouTube channel and also seen on Channel 14 on Wednesday evenings. I just have one announcement for the next couple of weeks. Our next city council meeting is on Tuesday, February 11th at 4:30 p.m. here at the council chambers. Anyone else have any announcements? Any announcements? Hearing none, if we all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Item number 2 is citizens' comments. Anyone here for citizens' comments other than if you are on the agenda? Anyone for citizens' comments? Seeing none. Item number 3, additions, deletions to the agenda. I have 3 additions. Item number 13 is liquor store hire. Item number 13, liquor store hire. Hire is an H-I-R-E. Item number 14 is industrial park lot. Item number 14 is industrial park lot. And item number 15 is pickleball courts.
Oh, boy.
Item number 15 is pickleball courts. Any other additions or deletions?
I move to approve the agenda with the additions of the liquor hire, industrial park lot, and the pickleball courts.
There's
Second.
Motion second, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carried. Item number 4 is approval of consent agenda items, which I'll read. Item number 4A is approval of council minutes from January 14th, 2025. 4B is approval of accounts payable listing. 4C1 is utility report from November and December of 2024, which is in your packet. Item number 4C2 is liquor store report. Item 4D, intent to certify utility bills. The first one is parcel number 76000990137000 in the amount of $591.32. The second one is parcel number 760022001306 in the amount of $458.74. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Motion second, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carried. We'll go to item number 5, Police Department, Chief Quaintance, and oath of office for Officer Mendoza. Chief?
Mr. Mayor, Council, I've brought Sandra here today. We've already approved her hire, but we want to do her official oath of office. So, Sandra, if you can come up. I'm going to raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Sandra Mendoza, do solemnly swear
I, Sandra Mendoza, do solemnly swear
that I'll support the Constitution of the United States
that I support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
that I will faithfully discharge the duties of police officer
that I will discharge the duties of officer
within and for
within and for
the city of Pelican Rapids
the city of Pelican Rapids
and the state of Minnesota.
and the state of Minnesota.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, welcome.
Welcome home.
Senator, anything to say? The floor is yours. You can.
You guys have any questions for me?
Council have any questions for Sandra?
No?
Okay,
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to item number 13, liquor store hire. Is,
I saw Meg.
yeah. Ms. Johnson here? Liquor store hire, number 13. Maggie?
Thank you. So I'm here tonight to ask about hiring a part-timer, Mason Burby, to come back to the liquor store at level 1. I'm looking for an additional part-timer because even with the help that we have, we're still running into issues of covering for sick time and whatnot with, yeah, we would just be happy if we could have another person, please.
What is, what level?
Be step one, which is $20.69 an hour.
Okay.
To 069? I make a motion to approve the hire of Mason Burby at level 1 for the liquor store employee.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Discussion? 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 Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maggie.
Any other
Does
questions?
she want more?
Still on the hunt for an
Okay,
additional part-time, or?
No, just Mason.
Yep, just at this time.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, at this time, let's recess our city council meeting. Time is 4:37 PM, and go to our public hearing. This is regarding Resolution 2025-01, approving property tax abatement, which was in your packet. Remember, during our public meeting, there can be no motions made. We'll take care of that when we reconvene our city council meeting. So Danielle, were you going to speak to that?
Sure. So I was looking up, and we've done this, with this one, it'll be a total of 6 times if this one gets approved, and it's, what it is it's, it is for new property owners, new builds. It offers them, it was, I think it was started about 5 or 6 years ago in connection with the county when they started the big build project. We, with the county, were offering people that were building homes, new homes in Pelican Rapids, up to $5,000 over 5 years, tax abatement. And so, this property owner, actually he's a builder and he's building twin homes. He has applied for this $5,000. He went to the county, he got approved there, and now he's going through the city portion of it. The way it works is he pays the taxes in, so he'll pay his taxes to the state, and to the city and to the county, and then what I've normally been doing is capping it at about $2,000 I'll pay back a year. And then, so it's about 3 years, I pay him back the $5,000. So far, we've always gotten more than the $2,000 a year. And it's only, and it's taken me 3 years to pay them usually. So, that makes sense? Any questions?
Council have any questions?
Is that just the tax on, from the city itself?
Yeah, that's just our portion.
When we were deciding whether we would do that or not, it was in an effort to
attract builders in town,
Right,
right?
right.
People buying homes.
So instead of the tax going to the city, it just is used to retire debt that they, okay.
Any questions? Any questions in the council chambers? Any other questions before we close the public hearing? Any questions? Hearing none, we'll close the public hearing at 4:40 PM. We'll reconvene our city council meeting and then go to that resolution which was in your packet, resolution number 2025-01. And we're going to look for a motion to approve that.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-01.
A second.
Motion second. Discussion? 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 Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Thank you, Danielle. Let's go to item number 15, pickleball courts. Jordan, Economic Development Director, Jordan Grossman from CETA.
Good evening. It's very unlike me to have one thing to talk about, so we'll make it quick. I have been leading a group of pickleball players in town or from surrounding Pelican Rapids who are looking to have some new courts within city limits for quite a few months now. We've been looking at some potential sites within city limits and possible collaboration with other agencies to move forward with some new pickleball construction. The site that the group has identified would be most feasible for 4 pickleball courts is these 2 parcels right here. I think you have a local name for them.
The Gabarkowitz lots.
So they're both city parcels. I talked to the planning board about them yesterday evening, and they were on board, wanted to have the park board's approval as well. I was able to meet or talk to one park board member today who is in favor of the idea. I haven't heard back from others. So I thought just to keep things moving forward, have you guys approve the idea of pickleball courts right here, pending park board is in agreement. And we'll just keep moving forward as a pickleball committee to make it happen.
So you're looking for a motion from the city council to move forward with that location, correct?
Just with the planning of that location, you're not ready to
We're not gonna ask for any money or anything like that.
throw down courts today?
No, but it is a very motivated group of mostly retired individuals, so they have quite a bit of time on their hands, so I think it will move a little bit faster than other projects in town. And some funding already promised from the private economic development group in town to help get things started, so, yeah.
So that would be both parking and pickleball courts?
Yep, there is some parking already that we could use. There's parking along First Street on this side still. This is all public parking, and then on the other side of the river up there is all public parking. And then the bridge was recently fixed up, so it actually looks pretty good for people to go across that way. Otherwise, you can come down Northwest 2nd Street and have access right here. But yeah, I would envision some parking spots over here, but the Parks Board I know would like to have some green space as well, so that's as much detail as, I don't have any detail, but that's as much as I have right now.
Right now, I mean, if the council is good with pickleball courts there, we'd just go to Apex Engineering and try and get some initial plans. Made no cost to the city right now. It's all, the pickleball people will get a capital campaign going and try and raise funds to get this to happen, so.
So Fergus and other towns are way ahead of us then, I understand, with pickleball?
Yeah, yes. That's where a lot of them go play right now is Burgess and Earhart, Detroit Lakes.
There's not a lot of options in Pelican right now where it would work for that.
Right, yep. So it's been mentioned, we've looked at collaboration with other agencies or the school. The school already has some courts, and if you didn't know, pickleball courts are preferred to be north and south and not east and west. I've learned a lot. The courts up there run east and west, and they also share with like community education and summer rec. So having them be public city courts would allow maybe for less scheduling conflicts and the right direction. And this is, yeah, one of really the only city-owned area close to downtown that would work for the configuration of the courts.
How many courts will that area provide?
Start with 4 is the preferred amount, but there's definitely room for expansion south. So that could be a thing in the future, but we'll start fundraising for 4. The group, separate from the city, will start fundraising for courts.
There's water and sewer stuff to that property at this time.
Yep. Ask Apex to include a bathroom and storage facility in their designs.
Is it pretty low there in spots, or is it?
Relatively flat.
They've already hauled in a bunch of fill in that, in that lot. No, there will need to be more fill hauled in, but we're thinking with the project in town, they're looking to get rid of fill. So it would be a good, easy spot for them, especially when they're doing 108 West there.
Sure.
I move to move forward with pickleball court.
I'll second that.
Motion second, discussion, discussion, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Thank you, Jordan. Move to item number 7, resolution number 2025-02, special use permit. That's regarding Peteyville storage, and we have John Waller III from the Planning Commission here this evening to speak to that. And that copy of that resolution was sitting on your desk when you arrived this afternoon. John?
Well, what the Peteyville Committee is looking at is they've got one of those storage containers, and it's already up there by the sand and salt sheds up there. And they just want to put it up there, and it wouldn't cost the city anything, so just to have to store all their Peteyville stuff, because they don't have any room in their sheds anymore. And because it's a commercial zone, that's why they need a special use permit. And we approved it last night
What was the exact location of this?
by the sand and salt shed.
Okay.
County ground. And Brian was fine with where they have it and is
Yeah.
comfortable having it there?
When they brought it in, he's the one who told them where to
Okay.
place it, so. And they've already got stuff in it, so.
Right.
Okay, council?
Is that gonna be enough room?
Well,
I mean, are they gonna run out quickly?
well, they said that'll be their start, and then they'll deal with it as time goes.
There's room for another container on this parcel.
I think so.
Yeah.
But they only have one container right now, and when they get everything that they have, it said it'll be 3/4 full.
I move to approve the storage.
I'll second.
Motion second, discussion, discussion, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. John, do you want to stay there a second? We'll go down to item number 14.
Mayor. Over here.
No,
Got one more issue on that. So there's usually a $200 fee that goes along with this special use permit. And Mr. Brueggemann was just asking for a forgiveness of that for Peteyville. I don't know. The special use goes specifically for the property, so it's actually city property.
Did you want that included in the motion?
Well, I just want to make sure that you guys are, or
Okay.
how you want to deal with that $200.
How do you want to deal with that, Danielle? Or do you want another motion?
I probably should have another motion since this one has been completed.
You want to just amend your motion to include it?
You could do that.
Whatever's easiest.
I think that's pretty easy.
Whatever.
I move to amend my motion to include $200 one time? That's not per year, right?
No.
No,
Okay.
it's a fee,
Fee.
yes, just to get an SUP, special use permit.
Sure.
Yep.
You agree with that?
I'll agree with
Okay.
Okay,
the amendment,
So you're waiving the fee?
waiving the fee.
yes.
Is that what the motion was?
That sounds better.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Thank you. Okay, item number 14, industrial park lot. John, do you want to speak to this? Because this came before the planning commission
Well-
last night.
So it's the middle of February that it'll be 18 months that he's had the lot. And you have to have, within that 18 months, you have to have,
Can you tell us who he is?
Mr. Torres.
Torres.
Torres Rebar is who's got this industrial park lot.
it's the lot right in front of, well, you know the lot, the Henry
Henry.
problem lot. So you have, once you get the lot, you have 18 months to build something on it that can be usable for whatever purpose that you're doing. Well, he hasn't started anything on there yet. And he wanted a 4-month lenience so he could build something on there. Well, we figured he had 18 months.
Right.
So it should come back to the city, and when it comes back to the city, we'll have to do a quick claim deed, and he'll have to pay the fee, the $200 and some fee to do the quick claim deed to get it back to the city, and then we can go from there. So it can be open to
Yeah.
whatever purpose or anybody, and then,
Mr. Torres wasn't at the planning
No.
commission meeting, but he knew about the council meeting this.
and he just brought it up yesterday, right?
Yeah, we just heard yesterday, so I did want to get it through planning commission since
Yeah.
it's only,
And the planning
case.
commission was all on the same page?
Yeah.
Okay.
We said, you've had 18 months, you haven't done anything but caused, so in 4 months from February, there's no way, because winter and everything else, you can build anything to be usable to do your business in, so.
So what are you looking for your motion to say, Councilman Strand?
I'll make a motion.
For what?
I move to deny an extension for Torres.
Okay.
That works.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion second, discussion, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Anything else, John?
I don't think so.
Thank you. Thanks for the work of the planning commission. Item number 8 is pay equity report, which is in the packet. And Lance, are you talking to this?
yes.
Okay.
So this is every 3 years, we have to submit a pay equity report to the state of Minnesota. On here. So basically, what we need here is just a motion to approve this report so I can get it submitted before the end of January here. And then just authorize the mayor to sign the report and authorize me to submit the report, I guess, so. It happens every 3 years. It was in mind when we did the wage study, when Flaherty and Hood did our wage study, so they were very aware of the requirements and things, and it looks like we will pass the report. So we'll have to just get it submitted, and then we'll have it get reviewed.
Lance, could you explain the process? What did we have to do to come up with that sheet?
So it's all online, so there's basically what I had to do was just report all of our positions in the city, so all of our jobs, and then the wages and our wage scale. And then they look at it as there's male classes and female classes that they come up with. And it's just, basically what this is intended is just to make sure that there's no discrepancies, as if there's a female in a position and a male in a position, that they're making sure that they're getting paid the same if it's the same position. Kind of the bottom line. I don't understand it all myself. They have some funky formulas that you have to pass. I think there's 4 or 5 different things here in this, in their kind of their results or their compliance report, and you have to pass 3 out of those. And we have passed, from what we can see, that we're in compliance with at least 3 of them, so we're in compliance. So.
And you find that out right away when you?
Well, when I was working with Flaherty and Hood on it, I was thinking that we were in compliance, and they kind of clarified that we are, or what they think, but we still have to send it in, and they go through it, and we will hear within, I think it's within 30 or 60 days we hear. And if we are out of compliance, there's time to get into compliance. They give us 30, 60, 90 days or whatever it is to get in compliance, so.
So that's quite a bit of time on your part, plus lawyer fees.
Well, I don't think we'll get charged from Flaherty and Hood with the little bit of correspondence that I had with them this time, but who knows?
Thank you.
There might be some.
Any other questions from the council? If not, we're looking for a motion to
So
approve
moved.
the equity packet. Motion, is there a second?
Second.
I'll second that.
Motion second, discussion, discussion, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carried. Item number 9, computer use policy updated, and that was in our packet. Danielle, you speaking to that one?
Yes. Recently, we had a new employee start with the city and read the computer use policy word for word and had a lot of questions about it. And to be honest, I hadn't read it since I started some 14 years ago. And I'm like, I should probably sit down and read this. And it was a little out of date, so we went online to the League of Minnesota Cities, where we get a lot of our drafts and stuff. They have a lot of great information out there. And ours was from 2007, and they had a newer one from 2005, or 25.
23 is
23?
when the
Okay.
league updated that one.
Was out there, so we printed that one off, and both Lance and I have kind of gone through it, but this one's a lot more up to date and talks about more relevant stuff now. They talk about AI and stuff like that too, so I thought this one was much better than the one that we have now. So it's just an updated version of the computer use policy that we have now.
So you and Lance agree with everything in here, and there's no
Yeah.
hiccups or anything to it?
I don't have any problems with it.
Okay.
And we haven't had any problems in our city's history that I'm aware of.
No,
Or since we had this policy. I'm aware of a problem, but not since we had a policy.
no.
Do you need a motion for that?
Yes.
I make a motion that we update our computer use policy within the city.
I'll second.
Motion second, discussion, discussion, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carried. Item number 10, administrator report. Lance?
Since the last meeting, worked with the clerk and mayor to set the agenda and prep for the council meeting, attended a department head meeting, attended the monthly West Central Initiative Solar Cohort meeting, met with Aaron Meyer from the Minnesota Rural Water about the wellhead protection plan, attended an online meeting with the regional MCMA members, Worked on the pay equity report that is required to be submitted to the state by the end of January. Finalized the information needed for the new phone system and met with Arvig. Mayor Frazier and I met with surrounding communities and the League of Minnesota Cities officials in Rothsay. Attended a safety and wellness committee meeting. Mayor Frazier and I met with Otter Tail Power Operations Manager Nate Kunde about the possibility of a solar array on city property. Talked with Charlie Lindbergh of the village about the Employee Assistance Program and its upcoming renewal. Met with Jordan and Brian and the local pickleball group discussing possible locations of the new courts. Worked on employee performance evaluations and met with my mentor group and attended a planning commission meeting. Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you, Lance. Item number 11, mayor report, just a few items in the last couple of weeks. Like Lance said, we attended a League of Minnesota Cities in Rothsay. Attending cities were Barnesville, Rothsay, of course, Fergus, no, not Fergus. They were invited. There was nobody there from Fergus.
Just Barnesville, Rothsay, and us.
Yeah, and Foxholm was also invited, but us. Attended that same solar power meeting, Otter Tail Power Company here at City Council chambers this past couple of weeks. Conversations with the mayor at the library on the 23rd of January, and then also the same day met with Administrator Royson to plan the agenda for this afternoon's council meeting. Any questions?
Thank you.
Seeing no other business on the agenda, is there a motion to adjourn? Motion.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Meeting adjourned.
Well, that wasn't so bad, even with your 3 additions.
I know.
He always does additions.
They come from over there.
It's not your fault?
It's not my fault.
Interesting.
Oh,